welcome to this week's studio vlog. I hope you're all well. You join me on a very, well, it was a very wet and windy autumny day. It's actually cleared up a little bit now and the sun's come out, but I've just come back from taking my little doggy out for a walk. Got absolutely soaking wet and drenched, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of love it because it's making me feel really cozy and give me proper autumn vibes. It does feel like autumn has come along and hit everybody around the face in the last couple of weeks. It's like suddenly arrived and turned quite chilly, but yeah, I kind of love it because it means I can get all cozy and knuckle down and get some work done in my studio. Okay, so quick little update. I've just finished working on my little froggies. I'm actually quite happy with them, especially this one. I think it worked quite well using a mixture of white Posca pens and then white chalk to get all like the shiny bits on it. Yeah, so I'm really happy with how the textures come out on them, and yeah, this one I also really quite like. Well, actually I like all of them, to be honest. They're my little frog family. I feel like I need to give them all names, but I'll come up with them later on. Okay, so quick little update. I've just been working on this little print design using my orangutan sketches. So I'm fairly happy with it. I've been having a little bit of a nightmare because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist about where to place things and stuff like that, and it has been a bit of a mission trying to work out where to put everything and what looks best and stuff like that, but I think it is getting somewhere now. I still need to like tidy everything up a little bit, like especially this little orangutan here, and there's like bits on this orangutan that I need to tidy up and sort out a bit, but I don't want them to look completely perfect because the idea is that they are actually sketchbook studies, so they're not perfect drawings within themselves anyway. Okay, so I just popped outside to take Ralphie for a little walk. I want to start collecting some natural art materials or crafting materials so that I can do some activities with my nephews, and I also want to make like an autumn wreath and stuff like that. So when I was taking Ralphie out yesterday, I noticed that there's a load of like acorns and stuff on the floor, and I think they've been doing like hedge cuttings and stuff like that. So there's like twigs and acorns all over the floor. So I think I'm going to collect some of them and start building up a supply of like little natural art materials. Okay, so I'm now back in my room ready to do a little bit of late night painting. I've had a little bit of a chill out and just kind of done a bit of knitting and had my dinner and just sat in front of the telly for a little bit. But yeah, I need to get a little bit of work done now. But before I do any proper work, what I want to do is kind of just play around with some of my observational drawings that I've done today. So let me just quickly show you them. Okay, so these are the little observational drawing pieces that I've done today. So I've done these two little ones when I was out on the walk. They're not particularly anything special, but there's a few little bits that I'm quite like, and then the rest of it is just a load of nonsense marks. But so yeah, they're the ones that I've done whilst out on the walk. And then when I was cooking dinner, these are the ones that I've done that when I was cooking dinner. So I cooked lovely carrot and butternut squash soup with some red peppers in, and yeah, I just kind of sat and drew some of them. I used my new Ahoo markers to use them. I absolutely love them because they've got, the colours are so vibrant. I really do like the colours on them. But what I think I want to do is kind of just try and create a bit of a layout to see how they could inspire another, like an actual print or an illustration. So I'm currently in my kitchen because before I get on with doing some actual proper work today, there's a couple of things I want to get done. So I want to bake a couple of cakes, and also I want to see if I can get out in my garden and do a little bit of gardening in the autumn clear up, because I've got quite a lot of bulbs and things that we need to plant, but I need to go through all of the pots to kind of dig up some dead twigs and things like that. Although I might be pushing it a bit because it's already starting to get dark outside, so that'll either happen today or tomorrow, but I'm definitely going to do some baking. I've also got in the kitchen with me my Ahoo markers, because I might sit and draw some of the ingredients that I use when I'm baking. Yeah, so I'm going to do all of that first and then get on with a little bit of work later on. Okay, so the two cakes that I'm going to make are this toffee apple upside down cake. I think that sounds really gorgeous and autumny and just going to put me in a lovely autumn spirit. And then also this whole orange and almond cake. So I think I'm probably going to do this one first, because I think from the instructions I have to simmer some oranges for an hour. So I'll get on with this one first, and then whilst that one's doing, get on with that one, and then come back to doing this one in a minute. Oh yeah, please ignore my little butternut squash. My mum is just bananas and has decided to turn them into little butternut squash people, which just means that I don't actually want, I was meant to turn them into a butternut squash and carrot soup, but I don't feel like I can cut them up now. But yeah, Mum, I think lockdown's going to get to my mum. So anyway, let's get on with this baking. currently out in my garden just doing a little bit of gardening at last. I didn't quite get around to doing it yesterday, so I decided to get it done today. So I have completely cleared one of these beds which was full of like weeds and stuff. Discovered that there are a few like little bulbs and things growing in there, which is good. But yeah, I've cleared some space ready for some daffodil bulbs and tulip bulbs and crocuses and stuff like that, which hopefully we plant now, they'll be ready for the springtime. So yeah, it's quite good and nice and relaxing. I need to go and do the other plant bed, which is a complete mess, and then start emptying out some pots and things. I've got like dead sunflowers growing everywhere, so I need to empty out some of them, and then hopefully once I've done that I can then go and get some work done. So yeah, let's carry on doing a bit of gardening. I'm being stared at by Ralphie. Let me try your ball. Is it because I'm talking to a camera? You silly doggy. Right, yeah. Let's get on with some gardening, shall we, Ralphie? So today I really want to try and have quite a crafty, chilled out, creative type day. So I've got a few little projects that I want to work on. I want to go and finish off doing some gardening whilst it's still light outside. And then I want to try and get on with a bit of knitting and some weaving and some embroidery, and yeah, I've got a few little projects that I want to get going on. So I need to find my shoes and my socks, and let's go out and get some gardening done. So I'm now back in my room after doing a little bit of gardening. I also done a little bit of observational drawing outside, but Ralphie ended up deciding to climb up on the picnic table and ended up walking all over my sketchbook with muddy paw prints. So I basically tried to rescue it a little bit by adding some little colours using my Who markers. And I sort of like it. It's a little bit more abstract-y. And just kind of like load of little doodles of different leaves and flowery things. They're not actually that particularly great observation drawings, they're more just kind of like hinting at what was there. But I think it could inspire quite a nice little textile print, or maybe a bit of knitting, or just something like, I don't really know, it's just a little bit of doodling. But I quite like the colours on it, and actually when I look on the back, I really like the back of it. So again, that could inspire like a textile print, or a bit of weaving, or a bit of knitting, or something like that, maybe even some embroidery. But yeah, quite a productive afternoon I had there in the garden.